We have got Robert Horry with us right now. Big Shot Rob. What are you doing, Rob?
Just hanging out with the Lakers and BB Gold, doing a little shopping, trying to figure out what's going on in this mad world.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about it the other day that you played with Kobe. This is the anniversary of Kobe's 81-point game. It happened 19 years ago today. When Sasha gets here, I'm going to tell him, hey, you and Kobe combined for 84 points that day. but you played with Kobe and you played against Kobe. Mm-hmm. What stood out to you more than anything else about his game and about his competitiveness?
I think what stood out the most was his willingness to get better. I played with some superstars in this game, and once you get to a certain level, you kind of taper off and just be that guy. Kobe was always evolving as a player. He kept getting better. You know, we used to always mess with him and say, you can do a certain thing because he would be in the gym that next day working on that. He didn't want to have any flaws in his game. And if you look at the history of the game, and you look at all the great players, there's only been about 4 or 5 guys that had no chink in their game, and Kobe was one of them.
Yeah. I'm curious about you. I mean, Big Shot is in your name. You made some unbelievable shots in your – I'm wondering, do you think that's something you were born with, that clutchy gene, or is that something that was a habit you developed over the course of your career?
I think you're born with it, and it's just weird. I go back to most of my career. You go back to high school, I missed a free throw. We lost the game, and after that, I didn't miss many shots. I remember making a shot in college from half court to win a game, and I've just been blessed by the man above to put me in situations that have that knack to end the game in our favor. But it did cost me a lot of money the last one I missed in the Laker uniform. We played the Spurs, but other than that, I guess you can only make so many, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
right.
You made plenty.
You made lots.
I always wondered about that. You've hit so many big shots, and you did it in 3 different places. For people who don't know, Rob won rings in Houston, won them with the Lakers, then went to the Spurs, kept winning rings. He's got 7 of them. I asked your old friend Sam Cassell, who you played with in Houston once. I said, Sam, if the world depended on it, okay, the world ends if we don't have a shot, and you're out there with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki, and Tim Duncan, who do you want to take the last shot to save the world? And without hesitation, he went, me. Did you kind of feel the same way? Did you want the ball in those? If they doubled Shaq and doubled Kobe, I knew where the ball was going.
Yes.
Did you know where it was going? Did you feel like, just get me the ball and a clean look and we'll win?
Yes, I did. I felt that way every time. If you even, the most famous shot that people know me from is when we beat Sacramento Kings. Kobe was supposed to kick that back.
Right.
But he went to the rack. And everybody was like, why were you standing out there? Because Kobe's going to kick that back. I had the confidence Kobe's going to get it to me.
And it landed right at your waist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, I would agree with Sam totally. If me and Sam standing out, Sam, come on, give me the ball and get it away. I got to save the world.
Well, and Olajuwon was on that team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I think that's unique to guys like what I used to call irrational confidence.
Yeah.
And, Rob, you told me once, back when I was covering you as a player, I said, if you miss 10 shots in a row in a game, do you stop shooting? And you went, no, I shoot more because shooters shoot, right?
Yes. And for me, it's the fact of getting the shots up. You have those nights where you kind of know you're off and you get to the rack.
Right.
Because you just want to see it go through. And for me, even when I started being called Big Shot, when I was back in the Houston Rockets uniform and I was 0 for 9 and make one shot in the playoffs.
And it would win the game, man.
Yeah, win the game. You got to believe in yourself. And that's the one thing about being a professional athlete, being whatever it is you do in life. You got to have that confidence in yourself. And I believe that most guys who are very confident players, don't worry about anything, are the best players. Because you can always see the guys on a different team who the ball's going to, if they're confident or not. Like you take, someone outside of the Lakers organization like Dame Lillard. He's probably the most confident guy you're going to see. He's one of those guys that make more clutch shots against anybody. So who guys that you have to cover because they're so confident that they're going to make the shot.
You played for 2 of the greatest coaches in the history of the game, Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. How would you compare the Phil culture to the Pop culture?
It's pretty much the same.
Really?
If you look at the history of coaches that have won multiple championships, I'm not going to count these coaches only won one.
Yeah.
But they have something in common. That's believing in their team, wanting the team to play good defense, and more importantly, communication. Mm-hmm. You want the guys to be able to talk to one another and not have issues because at the end of the day, this is your extended family.
Right.
And families have conversations. Families have those hard conversations. You always hear about teams having like team meetings.
Yep.
even the good teams have team meetings because you can see where you start to steer wrong. You know, you see where you got to smack Shaq upside the head and say, stop being so selfish. You got to smack Kobe upside the head and say, stop shooting so much. You got to have these strong conversations with your teammates. But at the end of the day, they're going to respect you for it and they're going to love you even more.
Yeah. All right, Rob, later today we're going to ask everybody to play Prices Right. We're giving away a lot of Laker prices. So we're going to give you a shot. We'll just do my cart. There are 10 items in this cart, okay? 3 cans of chunky soup.
Delicious.
2 cases of BB Go rice, about that size.
Can't live without that.
Okay. BB Go Korean BBQ marinade.
Delicious.
Yep.
Apple cinnamon oatmeal.
Yep.
The unhealthiest collection of cereal
I
ever.
like that.
Fruit Loops, Frosted
Variety
Flakes,
box.
Cocoa Krispies, and Corn Pops, and a case of Smart Water, or in Mason and I's case, we call it stupid water because nothing will make us smart. 10 items, Rob. Take a shot. How much?
Well, you know, when you retire and you like to cook like I do, you shop a lot. So I can tell you Smart Water.
Oh, I left one thing out. These 2.
Yeah, that's
granola bars.
Oh, yeah,
granola bars. So you're going to save like 25, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm going to say $65.
Okay. So that's and you can figure that in. Rob, who shops a lot, says 65. Mason's got
I've got a
case of Gatorade.
Yep, Gatorade.
Several corn goods, bag of beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
4 cans of kernel corn.
Corn.
Again, 10 items. What do you think?
That was about $55.
Okay.
All
right.
That's the more expensive one.
Okay. So there's some advice for you guys if you're guessing.
You love doing the TV stuff? You're so good on there, man.
I love doing the TV stuff, man, because we get to talk about basketball. You get to sit around with Big Game James, Allie Clifton, Geeter, and that guy. I think his name is Mike Bresnahan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bresnahan.
So
yeah,
we have so much fun, man. We have a fun.
We need to keep Brez in the studio, Rob. Every time he comes with us, the Lakers lose. And every time Allie comes, they win.
Yes.
So keep Brez. Chain Brez to the desk.
Brez is like the Ringo of that group.
No, well, you know what he is? He's the cooler.
The problem is
he's the cooler,
What's the Lakers' records in the Showtime jerseys?
Not good.
They haven't won a game yet.
Not good.
Put those away.
They need to put those away.
Exactly.
They need to let me design the next uniform, and I guarantee you they win championship.
That's not the worst idea in the world, I'll tell you that. Hey, a lot of people here want to talk to you. It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming down and doing this.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Appreciate
it, man. Thank you very much. Robert Horry, the great Robert Horry.